All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and say it ain't so, it always some haters. Every time Donald Trump wins something, it always got to be some haters somewhere. Now, this one right here is coming from Doug. Shout out to Doug. Like I said, always keeping us up to date with everything. I will leave the original video in the description. Make sure y'all go show Doug some love. Now, he had this video saying that Rachel Maddow in therapy as MSNBC host lose it over Donald Trump's win in Iowa. Now, right before we get into this video, I seen some headlines on the internet right here, and they be like, Rachel Maddow defends MSNBC's refusal to air Trump's Iowa victory speech. So now they don't even want to air Donald Trump's speech because they hate him this bad. And then I'm hearing that Rachel Maddow threatened Trump. So we about to get into all this and see exactly what's going on. But obviously, we know CNN, we know MSNBC, we know they all just hate Donald Trump. They all just hate Donald Trump. And then say MSNBC's Rachel Maddow interrupts coverage to trash Trump. Of course, that's what they all do because they are mad because Donald Trump is winning. Just like they mad that Donald Trump is winning in all the polls. Same thing. And then we got this one right here said that Rachel Maddow explains MSNBC's refusal to air Trump's victory speech. I tell you the truth, man, this is just crazy, bro. This is just crazy that these people had so much hate in their heart for one man. One man, because they are jealous. They don't want him to win. They want to see him get thrown off ballots. That's what they want. And this is just sick, and I just hope that this mess comes to an end. It needs to stop. But let's go ahead and jump straight into this. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. And shout out to everybody who clicked on this video for the very first time. Shout out to the one that always watches the entire video. It really, really helps the channel out. Appreciate all of you that do that. Hit that like button for me so more people can see this reaction. And let's dive straight into it and let's see what Rachel Maddow had to say.
Trump just got one of the most decisive victories in Iowa caucus history. I've assembled a ton of news. If you're impressed with my work, you say thank you by subscribing. Thanks for joining us here on Doug in Exile. We're going to get to Trump's big wins and show you the fallout and what comes next right here in Exile.
That these are white Christians. That this is a state that is overrepresented by white Christians that are going to participate in these caucuses, especially tonight.
That's the clown Joy Reid at MSNBC giving her explanation of Iowa. It's the white Christians. Here we come. We're coming to get you. I'm not sure if that's her natural hair color, if she's appropriating.
They see themselves as the rightful inheritors of this country, and Trump has promised to give it back to them. All the things that we think about electability, about, what are people gaming out, or none of that matters when you believe that God has given you this country, that it is yours, and that everyone who is not a white conservative Christian is a fraudulent American, is a less.
I don't know if black people widely believe this, but that is bullshit.
Exactly.
You know what?
It
the idea
is.
that we think somehow white Christians inherit America. White Christians are the ones who criticize America the most. We're like, hey, this place needs to be reformed. So this is a loser take for losers. But now let's go to Trump. Here he is dominating. He won all 99 counties in Iowa. Here's Matt Wallace on Twitter. They stole his presidency. They harassed his children. They falsely accused him of an insurrection. They indicted him with 91 fake charges. They lied about his polling. Despite all that, Trump just won Iowa caucus by a massive margin, and they're starting to get worried. And I'm getting a little scared about how worried they are. These weirdo leftist, Joy Reid, we're going to go to Rachel Maddow, Jen Psaki. These leftist imbeciles, I think they're going to try to take out Trump. And that's my big fear. And so I'm praying against that.
I mean, it's the elephant in the room. She's still a brown lady that's got to try to win in a party that is deeply anti-immigrant and which accepts the notion that you can say immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country.
Get off the toilet, woman.
Ron DeSantis' only argument for staying in it is he's the white guy, that he can still make the appeal to white immigrants.
Okay, are we done with this yet? with the white guy,
This
black
is just
guy thing.
crazy, man.
Ron DeSantis, yeah. This is crap and ought to be laughed out of the room. And I am laughing at them. It really is so dumb. It's funny to me. Here's Texas Lindsay. Wow. Rachel Maddow admits on air they've decided to censor the leading Republican candidate's victory speech, that's Trump, and will decide what they want the public to know later. This is why no one trusts the media. Their tactics are exactly like George Orwell's 1984. Here's Michael Schellenberger. Both CNN and MSNBC carried the entirety of the speech by DeSantis after openly refusing to carry the speech by Trump. Even though Trump won a landslide with 51% against DeSantis's 21%, it's madness. CNN and NBC are flagrantly embracing their role as propagandists. And I have to throw a little bit of shade on Ron DeSantis here. Why is his speech so palatable that Marxists like MSNBC and CNN, hardened, totalitarian Marxists, don't find it offensive enough to block? They're terrified of Trump, and they want to give free air to DeSantis.
That's
Why
crazy.
do they want Nikki Haley and DeSantis to win so much? Here's Benny Johnson, CNN Iowa caucus entrance poll.
Shout out to
Do
Benny.
you think Biden legitimately won in 2020? Yes, 28%. No, 68%. I just want all of big tech and all of the big brainwashers out there to know that you can't avoid that debate. You can try to make it go away. It didn't work. It does not work. It actually strengthens it when they see people go from the top down and shut people's microphones off. That's all I'm saying with that. And yes, it affects elections. It hurts your Democrat guy. If that's how you think you're going to win, it's how you lose. Here's Trump having a great little jab at Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis.
Very much. I want to congratulate Ron and Nikki for having a good time together. We're all having a good time together.
Here's more MSNBC. Complete madness and derangement. They're going to need a therapist.
If we are worried about the rise of authoritarianism in this country, we are worried about potential rise of fascism in this country. If we're worried about our democracy falling to an authoritarian and potentially fascist form of government, the leader who is trying to do that is part of that equation. But people wanting that is a much bigger part of that equation. Right. And the American electorate is made up of two major parties. One of those parties has been flirting with extremism on the ultra-right.
It's time to sing the Rachel Maddow song, Crazy Unhinged Liar, Crazy Unhinged Liar, Crazy Unhinged Liar, Crazy Unhinged. Oh, your ratings are 0.
But there is an authoritarian movement inside Republican politics.
It's so funny that she says that there's an authoritarian movement in Republican politics.
Yeah.
Here's a lady on Fox News giving the actual checklist on the real authoritarians, which are the Democrats weaponizing the Department of Justice against American citizens.
These indictments are ludicrous, and all Americans can see that. You have Jack Smith at the behest of Joe Biden, Merrick Garland bending the laws and using the Department of Justice to target the leading frontrunner in this next election and interfere in the election by removing his name off of the ballot.
And then here's Vivek Ramaswamy graciously bowing out after last night. So he's now out of the race. I think that's a really good move for him politically.
Yeah.
I'm actually happy to see him out of the race. I really like him, but this is a really good statesman move. It's going to deeply help Trump, I believe, in New Hampshire, which is coming. We'll talk about that in just a second, but here's Vivek.
As of this moment, we are going to suspend this presidential campaign. And this is going to have to be, there is no path for me to be the next president absent things that we don't want to see happen in this country.
Absent things that we don't want to see in this country. Guys, this one scares me. You know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
The things that we don't want to see happen.
Yep.
It could be the last move the Democrats have to stop Trump. And I take this very seriously. I'm not joking about this at all.
Yep.
I don't think they're above it. That is, they would do it if they could. I think Vivek's kind of calling out Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis, because why would they stay in? They have no chance outside of that event. And so I see them as weird, soft participants in what I consider a conspiracy, but I think it's reasonable. It scares me. And pray for the protection of Donald Trump.
Exactly. You're right about that, Doug. We must pray for the protection of Donald Trump because, like I said, at this point, it is kind of scary because I heard Vivek say, man, they are trying their best to get Donald Trump. And I say this with seriousness. Like, I've literally been seeing what's going on because they don't want this man to win so bad that, like I've said, this start this year and all of last year, I was saying the same thing, that they are after this man and they will try to do anything to get him off ballots, to get him put in jail. And then we even seen assassination videos and stuff like that. And it is scary because Vivek said the same thing, that he is praying for Donald Trump's safety. We all is praying for Donald Trump's safety. So we ain't trusting Rachel Maddow. Them. We know all they've been doing is just threatening Trump. We know they've been threatening him of what could happen, the reason they don't like him. They don't even want to air his Iowa speech. He won by a landslide. The man broke records in Iowa. Look at the poll numbers. The man literally broke records. And they talking about they don't want to air his victory speech, but yet you're airing Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis. So why are y'all airing Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley if they Republicans too? So, like, I don't get it. Is it that y'all would rather for one of them to win and y'all just hate Donald Trump that bad? If that's what it is? But like I said, we are all praying for Donald Trump's safety. And like I said before, like Doug just said, Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley might as well drop out because there's no way they are going to beat Donald Trump. So, and like I said, much as I like Vivek, I'm kind of glad he went ahead and did it. Just, you know what I'm saying, dropped out, got out of the way. Because like I said, I really do like Vivek. And I told you I would love for him to be Trump's VP if Tucker Carlson, like, don't do it. Like, if he was to ask Tucker Carlson, whatever the case may be, I would love to see Vivek. I would love to see Carrie Lake, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I think we got Byron Donald. So it's names out there, but I really do like Vivek. But we definitely have to pray for Donald Trump because now it's getting really, really serious. It's getting really, really serious as it gets closer and closer to the election. It's getting closer. We ain't got too much longer. And every time you turn around, we seeing these threatening videos of what they might try to do to Donald Trump. So this is very, very serious right here.
If I can get you to do that, that is my prayer, is to pray for the protection of Donald Trump. And I hope all of you will agree with me in prayer. Here's interactive polls. Donald Trump set the Republican record for the largest victory margin in the history of the Iowa caucuses. Here's my favorite journalist, Simon Ateba, on Twitter. Breaking: President Joe Biden explodes after Trump victory in Iowa, asks for donations, writes, quote, looks like Donald Trump just won Iowa. He's the clear front runner of the other side at this point. But here's the thing. This election was always going to be you and me versus extreme MAGA Republicans. What a gross, creepy pervert. It was true yesterday. It'll be true tomorrow. So if you're with us, chip in now. He's acknowledging. This is my message to Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley. Even Biden knows Trump is the candidate. And then here's Laura Loomer, big Trump supporter. Trump just landed in New York. He just won the Iowa caucus and has been up for 24 hours. By the way, if I had Trump's work schedule right now, I'm 57 years old. I would die. Like, I could not do what he does. So I don't know where he gets the energy from. Now he has to go to court in New York City in a couple of hours. And then he's headed to New Hampshire for his rally. So this is about the court cases tying him up. He's going to be in, I know.
And if you heard what he just said, though, like, this Donald Trump schedule is ridiculous. Like, and then this is what I said about Vivek, because if y'all been watching Vivek, his campaign, he has been going. I mean, every single day, Vivek is somewhere talking. You know what I'm saying? Then listen to this last part right here where Laura Loomer said, the man doesn't get any sleep. He is fighting so hard for all of us. And what is happening to him is so unfair. And then it goes around and say that he doesn't He does it. Lock it, break his spirit. I can't really see it. But like I said before, though, it is so unfair the way Donald Trump is being treated at this point. And, you know, I've been campaigning for him for the longest, and I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to continue to support Donald Trump, whether people like it or not. I don't care. I'm going to support him. I believe he's going to win. I believe they are, like I said, constantly threatening this man to do something to him because they don't want him to be president that bad. And like I said, at this point, it's really, really scary.
He's got the Stormy Daniels one.
I'll get I see it. It said he doesn't let it break his spirit. That's what it said. I couldn't really see it.
Into those court cases in another video, but that shows how he has to deal with that court case. Then he's going over to New Hampshire for a giant rally. He has to be he's going to smear Nikki Haley in New Hampshire. He has to do really well there because that's where Nikki Haley's getting all of the biggest rhino money that's going to her right now.
Mm-hmm.
The man doesn't get any sleep. He's fighting so hard for all of us. And what is happening to him is so unfair. He doesn't let it break his spirit. I want to tell you guys, this is the happy jolliness of the American patriots.
Mm-hmm.
And here's more on the happy patriots and our movement.
So there is a groundswell of support. There's a momentum that the corporate media and the donor class don't understand for Donald Trump because people want their paychecks to go farther. They want gasoline to be $1.50 again, and they want to stop seeing our Department of Justice that should be seeking justice and accountability, but instead seeking to imprison our former president and the leading frontrunner in the next election. Our constitutional republic is turning into a banana republic. Mm-hmm. All Americans can see it. That's why, again, Donald Trump is going to win this next election. Mark my words, Maria.
Yep. So Donald Trump is going to win this next election. It even had reverberations out to China, we believe, in response to Trump's victory. This is the China stock market crashing. They know their dollar is going under the better Trump does. This is a worldwide event, guys. That's why I'm saying it's not just little Iowa. We got to open our eyes and see the big picture of this thing. Big movement is coming.
Shout out to Doug, man, for another great video. And like I said, prayers up to Donald Trump. We see where MSNBC, they just on there just talking a lot of just bull crap, basically. A lot of bull crap, threatening Trump, don't want to play his victory speech. I mean, it's just sick at this moment. These people are just sick. But like I said, once again, prayers for Donald Trump. We must keep Donald Trump in our prayers. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.